Okay, question number 11. Nina made cookies. The recipe required less than 1/3 cup of nuts. Which of the following fractions is less than 1/3? So I'm looking for something that's less than 1/3. Less than 1/3. Well, I know 1/3 as a decimal using the decimal song. 1/3 as a decimal is 0.33 or 33 hundredths. I can actually use the decimal song for choice A, B, C, and not for D. So let's do A, B, and C using the decimal song. 1/2 as a decimal is 0.50. So, okay, keep going. Now I have 3/4. And if I make 3/4 into a decimal, well, I know 1/4 as a decimal is 0.25, like a quarter, only shorter you think that I'd lie, except I need 3 of them because the numerator is a 3. So if I have 1/4, but I need to have 3/4, that means I need 25 hundredths or 25 cents times 3, which is going to give me 75 cents. Okay, so far, I'm actually going to put this on this side. 50 cents, 75 cents. Now I have 2/5. So 1/5 as a decimal is 20 cents, not 50 cent. He's in GU-nit. Okay, but I have 2. Again, my numerator is not just 1, so I need to multiply 20 cents 2 times. I'm just going to do the work on the side. 20 cents times 2. If I have 20 cents 2 times, I have 40 cents. So I'm going to put 40 cents next to choice C. Now the last one, I don't know the song. There is not a part of the song for 1/6, so I'm going to use the get off my back. So I'm going to do 6 divided into 1. Okay, I need a call for help because the 1 can't open the door. He's too small and scared. So I call decimal 0, 0. I'm going to pop the decimal up right away so I don't make any mistakes. 6 goes into 1, can't do it. 6 goes into 10 one time. Subtract, I get 4. Bring down the 0. 40 goes into, sorry, 6 goes into 40. Let's see how many times. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. Oops. Fingers say 6. And the 6 pops up. Mouse says 36, and the 36 goes down. Hook the line, subtract, 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 subtract. So now I have a 4, and I should keep calling for help. But I'm already noticing something. I'm already noticing that this 1 or this 16 hundredths is less than what 33 hundredths is. So if I only need to know which one's less, and I see that 50 hundredths is more than 33 hundredths, 75 hundredths is more than 33 hundredths, 40 hundredths is more than 33 hundredths, but 16 hundredths, and I'm not really completely done, but it's definitely smaller than 1/3. So the answer would be D, 1/6. Okay, question number 12. Which number line appears to show the dot placed at 1/5? So I'm looking for 1/5. I'm looking at the number lines and I'm noticing that they're all going from 0 to 5. But I know that 1/5 is less than 1. So it's going to have to be between 0 and 1. And if I'm looking, I'm noticing that the only one that is between 0 and 1 is this choice here. Choice B is exactly 1, and that's not what we want. We want 1/5. Choice C is in between 1 and 2, and that would be 1 and 1/2. And then choice D is right on the 5. So that can't be 1/5. So that leaves me with choice A. And if I really wanted to cut this into parts, I would find that there would be 5 parts here, and this one would be shaded in here for 1/5. It's definitely a better answer than B, C, or D. Number 13, which means the same as this expanded form below. So when I look at this, I'm noticing that the first problem here is 5 times 1 million. I'm going to use my scratch and match method to help me. So 5 times 1 is 5. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So I'm going to put 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So I already have ones, tens, hundreds, hook it, ones, tens, hundreds, hook it, one, stop. I already see that I have at least 5 million. So I'm going to cross out choice A because that's only 53,000. And I'm going to cross out choice C because it's 537,000. I need at least 5 million. And I look at choice B and it has a 5 in the millions place. And I look at choice D and it too has a 5 in the millions place. So I'm going to keep going. Okay, the next one. It's 3 times 100,000. If I have 100,000 3 times, 3 times 1 is 3. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I made sure my 3 is in the right spot, in the 100,000ths place. Comma is here. Okay, I'm going to keep going. I see 7 times 1,000. I know 7 times 1,000 is 7,000. I have 1, 2, 3 zeros, so I'm going to match 1, 2, 3 zeros, and then the 7 for 7 times 1. Moving on, the next one says 9 times 10. Well, I know 9 times 10 is 90, so I'm going to put that down. And then I see 6 times 1, that gives me 6. So to make sure I have the correct answer, I'm going to add these up, and then I'm going to see which one matches the answers that are given. Choices. I get a 6 here, a 9, this is a 0, I have a 7, I get a 0, a 3, and a 5. Let me put my commas in. Ones, tens, hundreds, hook it, ones, tens, hundreds, hook it, one, stop. So this number that I got looks like choice D. And I'm looking very carefully because I'm noticing choice B. This is the only part that's different. And all they did was switch 2 numbers. They switched the 9 and the 0. Very tricky. So you just have to make sure you are working carefully. So the answer is choice D. Okay, question 14 asks you to use your ruler to answer the question below. I can't show you how to use the ruler here. However, I will tell you that because the question says what is the perimeter of the rectangle in centimeters, I know I need to use my centimeter side of my ruler. And when I did this on the paper, I noticed that it was 5 centimeters, almost 5 centimeters, is a little bit more. And then when I measured the height, it was 3 centimeters. But since it's asking for perimeter, perimeter is the outside, add up all the sides, I need to put in the other measurements on the other sides. So if this is the height, then this is also 3 centimeters here. If the base is 5 centimeters of a rectangle, then the top is also 5 centimeters. So I have to add up all the sides. 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3. 5 plus 5 is 10. 3 plus 3 is 6, which gives me 16 centimeters, which is the same as choice letter D. Okay, number 15 says, which set of fractions is ordered from least to greatest? So it's looking for least to greatest. I'm going from the smallest to the largest. I'm noticing that all the denominators here are denominators that I can use when I sing the decimal song. So I think I'm going to use the decimal song here, and it's going to make this work much faster. So I have fifths, halves, and tenths. So I'm just going to put how much money this would be on top of each fraction and see if it goes in order from least to greatest. I'm also noticing that there's really only 3 fractions. There's 4/5, 1/2, and 7/10, and they keep mixing the order around. So let's see. That means it's not going to be that much work. 4/5. So I'm going to think of 1/5 as a decimal is 20 cents. And if I have 4 of them, 20 cents, I have 4 because that's the numerator, I end up with 80, but I have to move my decimal 2 times, so I have 80 cents. So 4/5 equals 80 cents. Okay, the next fraction they have is 1/2. That one's super simple. 1/2 as a decimal is 0.50. So I don't even have to do work for that one. That one's very simple. Okay, the next fraction is 7/10. So 7/10 means I need to know what 1/10 as a decimal is. 1/10 as a decimal is 0.1. That's place value, son. And now we're done. So 1/10 is like 10 cents. We can put our invisible decimal in here. And the numerator is 7, so I need 7 of those 10 cents. So 10 cents times 7. If I have 7 dimes, I have 70 cents. Just to make sure I'm going to move my decimal. So I get here 70 cents. So when I look at these and I'm going from least to greatest, the order that I want is, I'm going to see, I want it to be 1/2 because that's 50 cents. Then I want it to be 7/10 because that's 70 cents. And the largest of all of them is 4/5 because that's 80 cents. I'm just going to look to see which one matches that now because I did all my work already. So I'm going to look at choice A. Choice A starts with 4/5, so it can't be choice A. I look down, letter B says 7/10. 7/10 can't be the answer first because I need to have 1/5 and 1/2 first. Let me see. Choice C starts with 1/2, and then it goes to 7/10, and then it goes to 4/5. Looks like this one is my answer, but let me check choice D. When I look at choice D, it actually has them in the opposite order. This is going from greatest to least. I want them from least to greatest, so it looks like my answer is choice C because these match.